I'm Officer Dodge, and I'll just give you a quick tour of the Galt Police Department. Through here is our briefing room. So before and after a shift, we'll come in here and just Sergeant will update us about what happened throughout the day and what, if any citizens have special complaints, something going on, we'll go there and try to help them out and address it. This is where we see most of we contacted graveyard, contact day shift, and like just catch up with them every now and then also they pretty much tell us what they did for the night. So we know what they did, so we can kind of help out the best we can.
Honestly, somebody have a quick second?
Yeah, we're actually filming cops right now. The show cops. What's up, man? I was born local around here in Stockton and Lodi area. The reason why I got into the police force, I always knew that I wanted to have a career helping people or helping with the public. So when I was 18 years old, I went through and became an EMT, and I worked in a hospital for a couple years as a EMT. Then I enlisted in the United States Army Reserve as an intelligence analyst. I did that about 10 months gone for training. Then I came back home. I went to the police academy in 2015. And I worked for the Sacramento Police Department for a couple years now. I've been down in Galt for the last year. And through here is our dispatch. I'll come and say hi. These are our awesome dispatchers.
Hey there.
He's busy over there. And what's really cool is that throughout the department, everyone decided to get some pictures together, so when someone's walking through, they can kind of see our little story. So, I mean, right here we have the Dispatcher of the Year, and it's all of our awards that we'll issue at the end of the year for a little bit of everything. So it's kind of cool, so if you're walking through, you're paying attention, you kind of understand a little bit of how the Galt Police Department works, all the way from the records, all the way to dispatchers, to officers, to chief. Everybody has a very important role here, and then we also have photographs of our big events we go to, just kind of keep morale up and going in there and making sure everything's okay. So it's kind of cool. Sometimes you just walk down and kind of forget that the photographs are on the wall, so every now and then I stop down and try to look at a new one, and just every picture has its own story. So I like just walking down every now and then and taking a look at them. Being a police officer, what does that mean to me? I think everybody has their own idea of what it may or may be, and sometimes the media has unfair bias, or in TV shows thinks it's always going out there and doing crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, just being there, and when someone calls 911, it's an emergency to them, going out there and just helping them out. A lot of the time you just talk to somebody, and by you talking to them, that right there resolves their problem. They just need a vent and they have no one else to call. So being a police officer is having integrity and just going out to the public and just doing your best to help them out any way you can. So never go into a little neighborhood over here. Someone called last night about somebody possibly harassing them, and she just wants to do a little bit of extra patrol through here throughout the day just to make sure everything's fine and clear. So there's not like an actual incident going on now. She just requests every couple hours we'll drive through, making sure that everything's safe. So we're headed there right now. At nighttime, sometimes the homeless will go behind their business and they'll make a mess. So throughout the night they want us to go there and check on it, make sure that so when the workers get there in the morning, they don't have to clean up somebody else's mess before they even open the store. Not every single person we encounter is always just committing a crime, so I do understand not the fear, but understand the worry about it. Hey, Copper.
I've never seen the brother there.
I've never dealt with him.
Yeah.
I dealt with the other guy a handful of times.
Is he out front?
No one's there right now. It's just an extra patrol. Okay. We're all good. What up, P? That's Officer Slater and his canine partner, Copper. They just started, I would say, not even 3 weeks ago. Copper finally got past all of his certification and everything. So it's always great to have a canine working for officer safety issue, and actually, believe it or not, it does help the public too. The suspects that we have to apprehend, a lot of times those dogs could go in those little tight places that we can't. So in the long run, it may not seem like it right then, but it actually does help them out. Right now, I'm gonna meet up with another officer. We're just gonna grab a quick cup of coffee before we start our whole graveyard shift right now. 656. It's a white Cadillac now. Brandishing or any weapons related charges aren't allowed to carry tasers on them.
Oh, keep that, man.
I don't want to keep it.
I don't even know.
I want you to know that, okay? So it could probably might be a probation violation, okay? I'm not gonna violate probation. I'm not gonna do anything like that. We send a little contact message out. You don't have a probation officer though, do you?
I don't know.
So pretty much all it's gonna say is they contacted you and you were in possession of one of this. Contact you in jail and are you stick it on today? He might call you later on and ask you to explain everything why you have it, okay? So I'm gonna drop down.
Yeah.
So you can have it. You can have it. The last thing I want, people don't realize that. I don't want you to get caught up in a violation for having to have on you. Okay, man? All right, guys. All right, guys. Good. Pretty good to go. Thank you for cooperation, guys. I wouldn't say I have a favorite memory from like a isolated incident, but just the camaraderie, just going out there and working with my brothers and sisters and law enforcement and knowing that no matter what, I mean, I'll have their back and they'll have my back, and just going through the stuff that we go through that the average person may not quite understand, and just that brotherhood and the real close, tight-knit family we have here at Galt. Just one of my favorite things about working here. So the driver of that white Cadillac made an illegal left-hand turn. So when I went to stop him and talk to him about that, he advised that he was on probation out of San Joaquin County for assault with a weapon with a firearm. So part of his probation term states officers can search his vehicle to make sure he's in compliance. So we had the K9 come out there. He's certified at detecting firearms in the vehicle. We didn't find anything in the vehicle, so he's cooperating with his probation terms, which is good. So we'll contact his probation officer and just let him know we stopped him and we didn't find anything illegal in his car, just to let him know he's up to date with all his terms. T91 from 231. Here, the guy in that bike that just passed us on 4th Street, he has 3 warrants, just to keep an eye out.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for him right now.
Come here. Come here.
Anyone, just for information, we lost him around the downtown area.
You think I can go? I don't know. I was looking at him.
We just seen him pull the beer. Yeah, he came back and he dropped the beer or something. I don't know. We yelled like that way.
Copy. Okay. Alright, he's going to jail. You're not, tell him he's not going to get a ticket for anything.
No, te vas a No pasa
I
nada.
saw him.
No, ¿qué va a pasar algo? Pues,
I
si yo no hice nada.
I don't think I saw him pull it out and throw it too. I just want to make sure that definitely it's okay.
No, it's good.
So that guy, I knew he had 3 warrants out for his arrest, and then finally caught up to him around here, and then as soon as I started yelling at him, he decided not to cooperate, and he threw something on the ground, and he finally came here. He threw down just a little bit of meth, probably maybe a gram. So he threw meth on the ground, tried to blame it on somebody else. All of his warrants are for all his warrants are for meth anyways. So all of them over there saying the meth's not theirs, and the guy threw it on the ground. So he's gonna go to jail for his warrants and possession of methamphetamine. Also, the BC next week, he's 300 bill warrants, and I think I saw him dump some meth on the other side.
He was clutching something.
Dude, he did that thing to me where he just messed his hands like that. He's like, your
He
hands.
did the same thing. Yeah, I was.
He did the same to me. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Okay. He was a little resistive. Like, was he? Like, you wanted me to?
I don't want to
No, he's a good boy.
I'm just
Your little brother petted him.
Let's go.
Good boys.
I said good boys.
Who's going? I wouldn't go here.
No, he wasn't. He was barking at me because he wants out of the car.
And my dog was barking then.
Good boys. All right, guys.
Okay, bye.
Be careful across the street. Calm down. What? Hold on. Hold on.
What?
The beer's closed. You don't want to have some beer.
The beer?
Yeah, you couldn't get beer, right? I come into work right now, and I come into
Is this methamphetamine yours?
no fair. I come into work.
So you want? Is that's your amigo or cousin? Who is that guy?
It's my friend over here.
So you want your friend to go to jail for your drugs?
No, because no, it's not mine. So I don't know who's that. I come into work. When I go around, when I work right now, I get beer. I know, and I'm working all day, and that's it, my friend. Okay? And I go over there with me, and I told you, I have the yellow paper to call.
Well, let your $10 go with you in jail. See if it right home.
No, I work over there, and he's gonna pay me and give me the beers, my friend. Because I clean only the guys. I'm saying, my friend. Where you wanna go in jail?
You got 3 no-bail warrants.
I know. You wanna go over there in my house? I have a yellow paper. The wife of my friend, he calling today, and I go with to work. You wanna go over there to check out? No, why not?
No.
You don't trust me, I trust you. See?
Yeah, so the suspect is now on his way to Sac Main Jail. So another officer has transported for me. So I'm gonna come back here, and we have a pretty lengthy process when it comes to booking any narcotics. We don't test the narcotics in the field anymore. There's been some cases of certain drugs like fentanyl and carfentanil where officers have tested it in the field, and it's even the smallest dose can be fatal. So the narcotics they're in a Ziploc baggie. It's safe. It's sealed. We're going to leave it that way. They get sent off to the crime drug lab, and when the DA wants to continue on and file charges, then they'll do the full-on testing there to confirm that it is actually methamphetamine, not some sort of imitation drug or anything at all. So we'll go like that. We have a couple scales over here. So after I weigh it, I heat seal the bag. So now it's heat sealed. Can't go in and out. Then I'll get a Sharpie and I'll write on the bag. So it's 1 gram, even with the bag. So it's not the biggest case or anything. It's be a mere possession case, not a distribution or sales or anything. He's just, that guy, he's an active drug user. He uses every single day. He's been arrested 10 times for it. 3 of his warrants are for possessing meth. he's on probation for it. So he's just a drug user, uses every day. So after I seal it, I'll fill out this form. I'll place the narcotic into the form, grab my evidence sticker, alright, peel it off, and then right here, right on the flap, I'll place that right there. Then I'll go in and then I'll initial it, date it, and sign it, so I know that this hasn't been tampered with. So if somebody removes the seal, they still won't be able to. It's obvious someone removes the seal. So you have to wait 3 times for accuracy, so no one could get tampered with. And if it was tampered with, we know by the change of weight and also by the broken of the seal, the evidence seal right there. And so from this point, I'll print out a little property Rolodex thing, place it on the back, stating what I have in here, and it'll go into one of these secure lockers. And again, as soon as I place this inside that locker and close it, I have no access to it. The only person access to it is the evidence technician, so we can't access it after that point at all. Someone called in that somebody's hopped the fence to the high school and they're behind the gym right now. So it could be anything. We're gonna go there trying to figure out why they're hopping the fence. It could be they're trying to break into the school and steal something. And then if we do think it is some sort of burglary or someone did break in, we'll try to get a K9 unit there, and maybe we'll try to get a helicopter overhead to get a view down at the school, so we could so we're safe, that we don't put ourselves in harm's way. The school's so large, we won't be hiding in any corner.
227 from 229. Are you with the subject that matches the description?
So we have 2 officers with the guy who matched the description. I'm just gonna do another drive through the school right now, just in case that just this random person who matched the description, maybe it's not the person who hopped the fence.
229, I'll be out with 227.
So the guy they're out with is too old to go to high school. He's a registered gang member and on probation, so he probably doesn't have any reason of being on campus.
Call 964. It's a white Geo prison.
In there, it looks like there's some couple stuff that looks pretty suspicious. These little like prescription pill bottles with no name on it. So it looks like maybe marijuana or some sort of narcotics would be in there. He's on probation, so we're gonna try to get his keys and then go look through the car, make sure he doesn't have any stolen property from going high in his car.
Expired as of July 20th, 2008.
He's on probation, brother, to switchblade. What's that? He's on probation. What's your car over there?
Knives, what's this thing?
Yeah, this one you can open if you flick your wrist. So
we can't just pull them over and like start looking in their pockets for no reason that violates their rights. Because he has committed multiple crimes in the past and put on probation, part of his terms is he loses that search and seizure. So we are able to search him and search his car. So part of the terms, make sure he's not in violation, probation. He's on probation for having an illegal knife on him. So part of his terms states do not own any knives or any weapons. So already on him, they've already found 3 knives on him. So he's in violation of probation by having knives on him. So we're gonna look through his car and see if I locate any other illegal weapons or any drugs or anything at all. When we're looking at vehicles, I just want to look for the obvious places, and I just want to look at places that like something doesn't belong, or why is this part brand new, other parts are old. So look at this vehicle and see if he has anything hidden in any hiding places anywhere. This was what I saw earlier. Okay, so you have a little marijuana in there. None, just the remnants are in there right now. There's no. We'll go back there and see if he actually did break into the school or not. I don't see anything, any computers, anything that can be put out.
So Officer Smith is giving the RP statement. The RP got an alarm. The alarm company called him saying the alarm's been turned off. So he went over there, apparently confronted this guy who was on campus. Didn't specifically see him at the box, but saw him in the area of the box. They had words, he got confrontational and jumped. He called us, and then he went over to the control panel for the alarm and saw that the box was open and it was turned off.
Step out. By my car. You wearing like long johns or something? Alright. Yeah. In Sacramento.
The suspect here, he hopped over the fence and he went to the control center where all the alarms and cameras are activated, and he turned all the alarms and cameras off. Turns out he's a registered gang member. He's on probation for possession of a illegal knife. While they're talking to him, he had another illegal knife on him and then also another pocket knife on him. So he's going to jail today for prowling on school property. He's going to jail for possession of the illegal knife and a probation violation.